How's it going, guys? Thought we might do a quick video on the mods we've done to our bikes. I know not everyone will be interested in this sort of stuff, but I'm pretty interested in what you guys have on your bikes, what other people run. So yeah, if you're interested to know what we run on our bikes, there's a chance to find out. So I had a beautiful little spot up here at Ammermoor. Nice view for sitting here and talking bike shit. Alright, so starting with the 500. At the front here we run, well, I am now running the GOLDENTYRE GT216 Fatty. I think I got about 2,000 Ks on that thing now, and it's still good. It's really good. Love it. Secondly, these cool homemade tie down points. I'm going to do a video on how to make those if anyone's interested. They're just BARKBUSTER 22mm mounts. If you've got any spare ones around, very easy to make up some tie down points there. Saves you buggerising around, hooking your straps around the forks and all that crap and getting them tangled up in your handlebars. What else have we got here? Oh, this bike's actually lowered 25mm front and back. I didn't know that when I bought it, but I love it. I like it like this. I'm not going to get it set back to standard. Just that 25mm lower for me, being I'm not short, but it just gives me that extra little bit of confidence to get my feet on the ground. This bike's actually got a 2016 billet triple clamp on it. I'm not sure why. If I had to guess, it's because the previous owner flipped the bike and broke the original one, because I noticed there was some damage. The handlebars were bent and stuff when I bought it. The back fender's a bit munted and stuff, but yeah, good. They're better triple clamps anyway than the 2015 ones. The newest addition to the bike is BALLARDS headlight. The other one was crashed into trees a couple of times and zip tied up and whatnot. Still got the zip ties in the mask though, because it gives it character. But yeah, just this headlight with the bulb and everything inside it was, what, how much was that? 40 bucks? 50? Oh, 50 bucks.
Including postage?
Oh yeah, from our next store. BALLARDS gear, good shit, seems to be working, fits well. These bolts here that stop your steering from turning too far, there were nuts on those bolts, and you can adjust it to how much you want your steering to turn, but I think for this enduro sort of riding you want maximum steering you can get, so I just took the nuts off and put the bolts all the way in. I think I actually had to cut the end off the bolts to get so that they could go all the way in, or else they were banging onto each other. But yeah, it gives you a full range of steering with the bike. We have good old BARKBUSTER Ego handguards, toughest ones I've ever used. Not that I've used a lot, but I love them. You know, it gets dropped and they don't bend real easy, so they look a bit dorky. But I've got PROTAPER handlebars on this, only because the as I said, the stock ones were bent when I bought the bike. ODI lock-on grips, must have. We've got a video on those if you haven't seen them. They lock on, as the name implies. They are awesome grips. We got the Rogue ones. We used to run the MIGs, but yeah, we love these grips. Got these special cut levers here. Two finger clutch and brake levers. They're just the stock Brembo levers being cut down and painted with some black rattle can. They are the goods. We've got a Gub phone mount, thanks to Mark at Biker Bits. He recommended these. They actually well, Nat's phone popped out of hers at one point, but I'm not sure if she had it done up tight enough or what. Sorry about the wind noise too, guys. Hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, really good. You can still plug your phone in with this mount. It's solid as a rock. You can get to all your buttons and shit, and yeah, easy to put it in and out. Screw up this little bolt here. Natalie wants me to mention these grip donuts. They are good. Saves your thumb if you're ever riding without gloves. We've got forced radiator guards on the 500 here. They're not the best. I probably wouldn't recommend them. Nat's also got forced guards on hers, but they're the billet ones. I think they're much better. These are the the wraparound ones. They're okay, but I find that they bend back and forth a lot with the slightest little drops of your bike. So yeah, I've painted mine black just because they look a bit cooler. They're starting to look a bit ratty. Around the other side we have, of course, the polished header pipe. It's just the stock KTM header pipe, buffed up. It was polished a long time ago now, but it still looks pretty cool. While you're down there, we've got the B&B bash plate, which was donated generously by Dave from Adventure Moto Enduro. Thank you, mate. I did have the factory alloy bash plate on there, but the old B&B gives it a bit more protection. It's pretty good. Of course, we've got the strike seats, ribbed gripper seat cover. Loving that. It's really good. Hasn't had enough time to see if it's going to last, but it's definitely grippy. I quite like it, and it looks cool too. Back around this side, I don't know how many of you guys have this problem, but with your clutch fluid line, I've noticed that they wear through where your bars, when you turn the bars, the line rubs on this rectifier here. So I've just put a bit of PVC tube around it and zip tied it on. It gives it a bit more protection. It was actually worn nearly through the plastic on the clutch line there. So if you guys have these model bikes, please to check that, make sure it's not wearing through. Little addition down here is the Force Accessories case saver. Wouldn't be without one of those. Got RHK pegs. They were on it when I bought it. I like them. They're tough. They haven't broken yet. I'm running RHK ultralight sprocket, 14 on the front, and I run a 50 on the back. Quite like them. They're lasting pretty well. Also an RHK chain. Obviously we run the golden tires on the back as well. It's a GT 333. What can you say? They're just an awesome tyre. Running tubeless as well. If you guys, hopefully most of you guys know what tubeless is. If you don't, look it up. It's awesome. Running about 8 psi, 7 to 8 psi in there. You can just wear them right down to nothing and they still grip. Great tyres. Also running the click and ride blinkers, as some of you probably know. They're not in there at the moment, obviously, but here's a photo of what they look like. I'll get a photo of this up too. Underneath the number plate there, it's a custom tail tidy by the previous owner. I think he, can you see it down there? Have a look. He must have been drunk when he had a few goes at cutting the back dag piece that hangs down here. He cut it off, but he had a few goes before he got it straight. So it's got a few extra chop marks in it. Acro titanium pipe. Acropovic pipe. Yeah, it's got a decent buff to it. Quite like it. And it's also had the ECU tunes to suit the pipe. It's been tuned by Fuel Talk in Brisbane. I sent the ECU off to them, told them what bike it was and everything, and they sent it back in a couple of days. And I can't really tell if it's any more powerful, but it definitely has less flame out issues. Obviously having good clutch control is the best way to stop flame outs, but that ECU chain definitely helped a bit. I think also when the bike was lowered, the springs were changed. I've looked up the number for the spring that's on the back of this, and it's the Fat Bastard spring. So far as I can tell, it's the heaviest rated spring that you can get for these. It seems to be good. I mean, I'm not that heavy, all geared up. I'm probably low 80s I'd be anyway, but that spring seems to be fine. It doesn't bottom out. I do bottom the forks now and then, but you know, it's not a motocross bike. I've got a magnetic drain bolt in the sump. Really exciting stuff. That's him there, that little orange sucker. I think the stock one's actually magnetic anyway, but I didn't know that, and I bought an RHK one. Got an SSB lithium battery in this. I love the lithium batteries. The SSB ones are what they sell at MX store, and they're fine. And the last thing that I can think of is just the twin air filter, and we use the no TOIL air filter oil, which is awesome, easy to wash. I'm going to do a video on that stuff too if you don't know about it. I think that's pretty much it for the 500 anyway. Alright, so Nat, that's got the 2016 KTM 350 EXC-F. So run us through what you've got on here.
Alright, I run the same front GOLDENTYRE as Josh. It is the GT 216AA Fatty. I love it. It has gotten me out of the jam so many times when I thought that the front was just going to wash straight out. He's also made some of these tie down points as well. As Josh mentioned earlier, I am running the Force Accessories radiator guards. They're a lot more sturdier and durable than Josh's. They don't seem to bend, and I drop my bike quite a bit. These
are the solid billet aluminium ones. They can take a decent hit, and they don't, yeah, as she said, they don't bend or move much.
I have had my suspension lowered 60mm.
Front and back?
Front and back, yep. I am running the Midwest Mountain Engineering clutch lever. Love it.
The clever clutch lever.
Yep.
Which needs adjusting at the moment.
Yeah. I highly recommend these because I suffer with sore hands from time to time, and they're brilliant. Love it.
They reckon they're like 50% easier, aren't they?
They sure are, yep. And I can ride it all day and not get a sore hand from, you know, using the clutch all day up hills and stuff.
Yeah.
I've also got the Gub phone mount. What else have I got? I've got the beautiful penis extension on my fuel breather. Love it. He loves a good workout from time to time.
She's running the same grips too, the ODI stock handlebars, I believe.
I also have the case protector. Just because I drop it so many times, I don't want to run the risk of this going through my casing here. So
they're Polisport, aren't they?
They are Polisport ones, yes. And they fit quite well.
There's one on the clutch as well.
And I have one on that side as well.
Stock plastic bash plate. Seems to be holding up so far.
Oh, I love it. I think it's great. Same as my stock handguards.
Yep.
I have broken them and Josh has mended them.
Bolted them up. And she's got this fancy little heat shield on the exhaust here that stops her burning her pants every time she drops the bike on herself.
Yep. And I also had a polished pipe as well, but it just, I don't know, I was bored, so I thought I'd paint it black with the proper heat exhaust paint.
She was off the bike, injured for a while, so
bored.
Painted it. Yeah, ceramic paint.
Yep.
Seems to be holding up alright.
Sure is, yeah. Still running the standard foot pegs. They're pretty good. Thanks to Todd, who kindly donated the MX Pro handle. Makes things a lot easier when I'm trying to maneuver my bike. It's brilliant.
They are good. What I find, like, you can easily pick the bike up under, you've got supports to lift it under there, and that's all well and good, that's fine, but on the days when it's muddy and that's caked with mud under there and you don't want mud all over your gloves and shit, so good to have that little thing.
Now I'm also running the SX-F KTM stock exhaust pipe. I think it was just the slip-on. It was already fitted to the bike when I bought it.
So instead of the EXC road legal pipe, it's the
motocross bike.
Yeah, the motocross one's a bit louder, a bit more breathers, a bit better.
Yep. Also running the click and ride indicators. I'm also running the GOLDENTYRE on the rear. Josh made me, well, he didn't make me, he just put them on my bike, and I wouldn't run anything else. I just absolutely love it. It is brilliant, such a brilliant tyre, and it wears very, very well. There's also, I don't even know what kind of sprocket that is, but it is a 52 rear. That was already on here when I bought it. And
is that the stock? If anyone knows if that looks like the stock 2016 350 sprocket, let us know. It's an alloy one, and when we bought the bike, it only had 1600 k's on it.
Something like that, yeah.
So it could very well be the original one. So you're running 1452.
Yep.
Stock chain by the look of it.
And we've also got a hidden little kill switch on both bikes as well, so that's another little modification that we've made.
Ran into a guy at a servo this morning who had a full-on alarm system on his 500. He rocked up the servo and he's like, "Ellie, check this out, mate. a little remote. and then he showed me push the bike with a remote arm. He just gave the bike a rock and he started going off. Like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Thanks for watching, guys. That's a pretty comprehensive wrap up of everything we've done to our bikes since we've had them. If you made it to the end, as always, good job. I will catch you guys on the next video.
And if you have any further questions, put your comments below and we'll be sure to answer them as soon as we can.
Indeed. Cheers, guys.
Thanks.
See you soon.
Bye. Like Josh mentioned, I've also got the Force Accessories bash plate, which is a lot more heavy duty than Josh's.
That's the radiator guards.
What did I say?
Bash plate.
Oh, radiator guards.
You want to do it again?